Oh, here we go. Can you please talk about neurofeedback and autism? Go, Joy.
Well, as a
how
matter
many
of fact,
sessions till it gets fixed?
I have quite a number of years, and I don't know, many hundreds of clients who I've worked with autism. As you well know, autism is a spectrum disorder, so every single person is different. I have worked anywhere from very mild autism, sort of more Asperger's, all the way up to children who were unmanageable due to their level and completely nonverbal by the time they're 8 years old, stuff like that. I don't know how much we're going to get into this, but neurofeedback is life-changing for autism. I would tell you that maybe 5% of the autistic people I've worked with did not get life-changing improvements. They got some, but not that kind of stuff. We're talking about the very first young gentleman I worked with, 8 years old. I didn't know what I was doing really, but I said, let's try it. And 2 years later, well, through a series of notes that came from school, and mom and dad were both in the health profession field, and they were rather embarrassed at that point in time that they were doing neurofeedback because it wasn't well known or well accepted. So they didn't tell anybody. So the school was sending home notes every day going, who is this kid? Does he have a twin you sent to school? Because who's this kid, right? So their entire life changed. Their family lived around him. They didn't have to anymore. And by the time he got into middle school, obviously the districts are different, so all the paperwork changes. And the mother, we keep in touch. And so the mom came back to me and she says, they don't think he used to be autistic.
Wow.
Okay. Now, I will tell you, honestly, if that hadn't worked out so well, I probably would never have done another one. It was a challenge. And that's, of course, where you have to be careful how you pick your clinicians.
Yeah.
Somebody has to be patient and willing to work with your child because they will not sit still in a chair, obviously. They will not be wonderful, compliant people getting their EEGs done. You have to be very careful how you get the electrodes on their head. You have to be very patient with doing that. There's a world of difference. But when you're willing to meet them where they are, it's amazing.